That's right. Put your hands together. Best Country 106. It's Jay and Laney J live. Good morning, Laney J.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
That's right. Happy Monday. First Monday of 2026. It better be
right.
good.
It's the Monday of Mondays. I tell
That's
you what.
right. It's the ultimate Monday.
Absolutely.
It is.
Wow. Did you have a great weekend?
You know, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I had a great New Year's. So what about you?
A great what?
New Year. I was going to say New Year's Eve. That's his pet peeve. When someone refers to the new year as the New Year's.
Yeah.
Which I get it.
New Year's Eve is an apostrophe. It's ownership.
That's right.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, just for the record.
I was going to say New Year's Eve, but then I changed it to year.
Welcome everybody to the show. Huge show for you. How do they say it? Huge show for you today.
Yes,
huge.
Donald.
It's
that's
huge.
how we say it.
It's the greatest show of all time ever.
That's
for
right.
Sure.
It's true.
No. We do have a great show for you, though. Matter of fact, let's get right on into it, my friend.
Yeah, the important stuff.
The important stuff.
Good morning, Chief.
Good morning. How are you guys this morning?
Excellent. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the hard questions. How was the New Year celebrations here in good old Broken Bow, Oklahoma?
You know, it was good. I didn't get a lot of calls for a lot of crazy stuff. It looks like everybody had a good time and made good choices. I'm sure there were some bad choices, but we didn't know about them. So I think everything processed through New Year's Eve into this new year to get us all started off on the right foot.
I think I was out of town. That's why you didn't get any calls.
Yeah. True. She got calls for some police officers.
I'm just kidding. I would be embarrassed if someone called Chief on me. If I was in a situation and I didn't request him and he showed up, I would be so embarrassed.
They'd be I know you. You should know better.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I would be embarrassed.
Would you act like you knew me or not?
I would, but my head would be down the entire time. Like my head would be
shame.
down. And there would be big shame. Big shame.
I love it. So not too many things happened over the New Year's celebration. So pretty quiet, you said?
Yeah.
I like that. Yep. I like that. All right. The people are choosing wisely in 2026.
I think that's good. I hope that continues to happen.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Everybody behave.
Absolutely. Well, kicking off the new year, Chief, when it comes to community safety, is there anything that residents can do this year? Maybe they can keep their mind on that would make a big difference in keeping the community safe in 2026?
You know, I think when we come to holidays and things like that, we get in a different mindset because we look around, we know we've got extra packages and we're running around doing extra things. You know, I think if we kind of keep that mindset of being aware of your surroundings, lock your doors, you know, when it's dark outside, you know, if you can be in pairs, you know, just do those things all throughout the year, and it just will become habit. You won't even have to do anything different when it comes to the holidays. Of keep an eye on people that are not so nice that are running around trying to do other things.
I think we probably don't mention that enough, being in pairs. You'd be surprised how much that thwarts, or how many folks that are thinking of doing bad things look and say, just one person all by themselves. That's an easier target than a couple of, or two or three or four.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. You know, crooks are like everybody else, bad guys, bad girls. They're looking for opportunities. They're looking for unlocked doors. They're looking for people that are by themselves, for people that are isolated. So it's like, again, we think about that in certain situations, but if we were more aware of that, we would give them less opportunity, and maybe we can deter some of the things that do happen if we're a little bit more aware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. You mentioned locked doors a few weeks ago, maybe last month, I think it was, but that alone, because we talked about the fact that many crimes, not all, but many crimes are crimes of opportunity. Absolutely. Try the door. Oh, it's unlocked. I'm gonna rifle through your car and see what I can find. So if you just do some of those few little extra step things to keep your things and yourself safe.
That's right.
You may make that bad guy or bad gal decide, I'm not gonna mess with them. I'll go on to the next one.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, trends and awareness for the new year. Are there any safety trends you're keeping a closer eye on this year? Maybe somebody could be aware of, or maybe pay more attention to, kind of like that, walk in pairs kind of thing you mentioned.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things. Again, being aware of your surroundings, understanding times of day when there's more people out and about and when there's not people out and about. It's kind of weird sometimes. You feel like maybe you don't like crowds, but there is safety in numbers with the crowd there. And just like I said, be aware when you have to travel by yourself, or you have to go shopping by yourself, or do some of those things. Just keeping that mindset connected with you being aware of your surroundings, I think goes back into maybe we deter something, or at least the thought process moving forward.
I think situational awareness is huge. People, and it's not maybe the person's fault per se, but they get wrapped up in whatever they're doing, whatever's going on in their lives. Maybe it's their phone, maybe, whatever it is that keeps their mind off of what's going on around them. That can be set you up for some bad situations.
Yeah, good point. I mean, the phone is one of the things that distracts most of us from everything.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised if you're just driving through a parking lot or walking downtown or something, the amount of people that are looking at their phones, walking, and not really paying attention. It's a great tool to have, a phone. Trust me, I think our lives would be turned upside down in the 21st century without it. But it has become an easy piece to distract us from being aware of the things that are around us.
And you mentioned times of day. I think that one's important. At 4 a.m., downtown Broken Bow looks completely different than 4 p.m.
Absolutely.
It does.
Absolutely.
So if you are, let's say 4 a.m., because I often get here really, really early. And that may be the more important time to keep your phone in your pocket while you're crossing the street to get to your office or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Keep that awareness going on. All right. When it comes to building trust with the community, what's something you wish more people understood about police work that may not always be talked about in the public?
We've mentioned this a couple of times on the show. I think the biggest thing for people to understand is that the officers are human. We do make mistakes from time to time. Part of that is that, our job is to make sure that we keep everybody safe. And sometimes we have to make calls, and we have to make traffic stops, and we have to intervene in certain things. And it's usually, you're having your worst possible day. You're distracted, so you're not aware of something that's going on. There may be tail lights out, your headlights are out. We pull you over and we find other things. Part of that is just to try to keep everybody safe. I'm not going to try to tell you that out there's not folks on our side that kind of have an attitude. We're trying to make sure we have that less and less. But that's the big thing, is just understand is that we're doing a job. If you don't like the way we do it, contact me. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. And if we need to correct something, we'll correct it. But the big thing is that in that moment, comply. And if it's something that's not the way that it's supposed to be, we will take care of it. But we're human. Like I said, we want people to know that we put our pants on just like everybody else. We're part of this community like everybody else. And so our job is to make sure that we have a nice, safe place to live and for folks to come and visit.
You mentioned putting the pants on the same way. After that kind of phrase became popular, I was like, you know what? I'm going to change it. I started jumping into my pants 2 feet, a couple of face plants, and I changed my mind real quick on it.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, Jay, at our age to figure out that there ain't no jumping anywhere.
That's right. No jumping. No jumping.
Well, you mentioned, and going back to the officers can be human and have those human tendencies. I know for myself, meeting up with officers in different situations in the public, most of the time they're, hey, Jay, how you doing? Some situations they're locked in, they're doing their job,
yes.
and they're not as friendly, not because they're not friendly with me, just because they're doing that work right then.
That's right.
Correct. Yep.
So, and you mentioned also getting to know some of the officers in the past, and we've had lots of events where you could do that. Are anything coming up? Well, I think you recently had coffee with a cop at the end of the last month, if I'm not mistaken.
We did. We had it at Donut Crossing.
Yes.
We have a couple of events coming up this month. This Friday, we have a little different spin on things. We're having coffee and cocoa at the Senior Center, the Nutrition and Senior Center for the seniors at 10 a.m. And then the following week, on the 15th, we have Coffee with a Cop at McDonald's at 7 a.m.
Nice.
What?
All right. Okay. Get you a sausage biscuit with it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Now, I think the one I have is the Nutrition Center. I was looking for it. So, okay.
Yeah, I haven't posted the other one yet. I'll
right.
get those out this week. I was trying to get a little traction on the senior one, and then we'll put the other one out.
That's cool.
That makes sense. Absolutely. No, that's good. Anytime you can go meet up, and as we've mentioned before, and kind of lead into this morning, when you meet up with the officers and they're not focused, they're not honed in on whatever job they're doing in the moment, they're there to chat with you. You're going to get that the real person, that they're not locked in for work kind of guy in that moment or gal.
And I was going to say, too, when I had that accident in Walmart parking lot, the woman hit me. It was her fault.
Mm-hmm.
But I was happy to see officers that I knew come, not because, I'm not saying, I knew them on a level to where, we were, personal friends or anything, but just that I knew that they were good officers, they were friendly, and I knew that they would do the job correctly. So to have met them before, and to know that they were nice officers, that was comforting to me.
Well, I think, that's part of our goal, to be out in the community to do that, because I think it is easier in any of those situations if you know who you're dealing with, if you've met us before. And let's say it wasn't, a situation where you were at fault. It puts it all more at ease when you know that the people are coming. We're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it fairly. We're going to take care of things. Our job is to find solutions to the issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sometimes we can find great solutions. Sometimes they're not so great solutions. We don't have great choices, but we have to make some. But knowing that, hey, somebody's here and I know that person, I've interacted with them, it kind of puts things more at ease, as opposed to you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know the mindset. And so that's what we're trying to do when we talk about connecting with the community and engage with them, is that so that when we have to interact doing our job, it's not the first time we've probably met.
And you guys have to remember, Jay and I say this all the time. If you break the law, it's not the officer's fault.
Touche.
It's your fault.
Good point. And you know how many times in my life I've accidentally broke the law? Not very many.
Do you do it on purpose?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to break the law, usually you're doing it on purpose. I mean, maybe a couple miles an hour over the speed limit. That's totally an accident. I get it.
Right.
But for the most part, when I've been caught breaking the law,
I knew.
It wasn't like a oopsies, my bad,
Yeah.
So you treat the officer with respect, because they're doing their job in that moment too. Even though you're on the negative end of that, if you will.
Yep.
I'm all about that. Do you know how many no seatbelt tickets Rocky Green has given me? And I love Rocky Green.
Absolutely. And he has pointed out that he writes more warnings than he does tickets.
Yes.
So,
but you break the law, you break the law. It's not the officer's fault.
Exactly.
So don't make it a bad situation because you're mad.
Just put yourself in their position.
Yeah.
What if somebody walked in there and started giving you smack talk for doing your job?
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm just doing my job, man.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Love it. It's always good to start the year off with a little conversation about safety and community. Anything else, Chief, before we let you go this morning?
No, again, we just appreciate the support from the community. It has been overwhelmingly positive, which is great. Let's continue that going into 2026, working together to make this a great place for people to live, work, play, visit, because we have all those people that come through here. And part of that is that we're much better doing that together than working against each other. And so that's the goal moving forward, is that we continue to connect. We can continue to work with each other, building those bonds and those partnerships to make it a better place for everybody.
I love it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
That's a great way to start the new year.
It is.
We definitely appreciate you coming in and look forward to every first Monday of the month. We get to chat with Chief Morris.
That's right. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for remembering.
I know. Yeah. So I see the lights pull up, and I was like, "Are we expecting anybody?" And Laney's like, "I don't think so." And then see the chief walking like, "Oh, it's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up."
Yeah, we're done. We already messed up this morning.
He
Just
walked
so you know, the door was locked and the lights were out when I got here.
Yeah. He said, "Well, it's been a good run, about 6 months."
So sorry.
Yeah.
We're
Chief
good.
Morrison is always a pleasure, sir.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, folks, there you go. It's Toby Keith. How you like me now? We've got Laney J's Lowdown coming up next on Best Country 106. Good morning.